everything I do is for you, and I really do adore you. You're getting so big now, and you're making me so proud.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So welcome back to Rosa's family channel. So in today's video, this video is gonna be something about like more serious and stuff like that. I did tell you guys I wanted to make more videos like talking about my experience with pregnancy and how my body changed, so you guys can relate, because I know a lot of you guys want to know how like my body changed and like add for advice and stuff like that. And it's many people, and I do try to reply to many people, but it's too much, so I just decided to do a video. This is a full-on just advice on teen pregnancy and teen parenting, and it's currently like 2 in the morning, and I'm trying to be kind of quiet because I don't want to wake up my mom. So like I said, I did want to make this video like a sit down, no interruptions, because like I do have a kid obviously, and like Nathan always talks, and it's like I get sidetracked, and I wanted not to make this video sidetracked. But I had also made my recent video was like advice, kind of like advice and opinion, but it was like really, I didn't get like full on detail, and I really didn't know on what kind of advice you guys want. There's many different advice I can just tell you guys, right? So I just wanted you guys to be more specific, so you guys were. And I, like I said in my previous videos, I do not have 2 phones, so I did write it down. Okay, so first question, first advice, how to tell your family. Okay, so ever since people ask me, like, because a lot of people do come to me for advice, I always tell them just to be honest and be forward to their family, because in my situation, I hid my pregnancy, and it was really bad. So if I could go back in time and I would just be honest with my parents and my mom and my family, I feel like everything would have went better. So I always recommend to just have a sit down with your family and with his family or her family, and just talk and tell them and be honest, because you don't want her to be like many more months, or you don't want to be many more months into your pregnancy and like you don't know how to tell your parents and stuff like that. So I feel like just being honest and talking to them and having a communication with your family, it's better. And I feel like also, if you're not too like, if you're not, how could I say this, if you feel like you're not strong enough to tell your dad and your mom, your parents, just to tell someone close like your sister, your tia, and then have them also sit down with you and your family in the family like reunion, and tell them in their meeting, so you can tell them if you're not like so comfortable telling just your parents and you have a really close family member. I feel like that would have been better. For me, if I would have my close tia, I feel like it would have been better, because she got pregnant at the same age as I did. So yeah, just like I said, just be honest and tell them and be forward, because yeah, I feel like that's the best thing you could ever do. Back pain. I didn't experience back pain, so I really don't know. I am a short girl. I'm like 4'11", 5'1", 5'11" through 5'1". I'm like not tall, and my belly was really really big, but I didn't experience back pain. But I heard that like walking or putting your feet up really does have back pain. But I really don't know, because like I said, I didn't experience it, so I wouldn't know what advice to give you for that. Also, if you think you're pregnant, okay, obviously if you think you're pregnant, take a pregnancy test, and if it comes out negative and you are not getting your period and it's been a month, I think that you should either go to like a doctor, an OBGYN, and talk to them, or like making a, just like, you don't even need to go to one of them, you just can go to like a little hospital or stuff like that, and then just go and take a pregnancy test there, and then they'll let you know. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure you don't need to take an adult on some of them, because I had a friend that went. So yeah, but like I said, just like make sure it's been a whole month, and don't start overthinking and don't start panicking. Just wait and make sure it's been a month since you haven't had your period. Also, you have to know that common sense. You haven't had your period, you've been sexually active without protection, then you're most likely pregnant. So yeah, just take a pregnancy test. Epidural. Okay, my advice on epidural is go for it. Okay, so I had family members that are like, no, don't take that epidural. It's gonna hurt your back, and like during winter, you're gonna have really back pain, and you're gonna feel really cold, stuff like that. But I did have like a lot of support from other people, and they were like telling me like everybody's different, and it's true, everybody's different because I took my epidural, everything was fine. It did not hurt. Like, I know a lot of you guys might be scared and like wondering like, does it hurt to get an epidural? It does not. It really doesn't. I was freaking out to get my epidural because I kept watching videos on YouTube about epidural. Like, I kept watching YouTube videos on epidurals, like taking your epidural, like delivery and stuff like that, labor and stuff. I was so scared to take my epidural because like the needle's like this big. Not just kidding, but it's just really, really big, and it goes in your spine, and it's really, really scary. And I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. They were at the point where if you don't take it right now, if you don't get the epidural right now, you can't get the epidural. So I did, and it honestly didn't even hurt. My IV, when they inserted my IV, hurted more than my epidural. The epidural was like, I was just freaking out, and that's why I was so scared, because all the videos I watched. But it honestly doesn't hurt. You just have to relax, and it really doesn't hurt. Like, it was just me freaking out. So if my advice on epidural is take it. It does help. It doesn't not help all the way. It doesn't take all the pain, but it does reduce the pain. So yeah. Okay, mentally handling the fact that you're pregnant. For me, I knew I was pregnant, and I was just really, really scared. So that's that. But like, I feel like I don't know how to explain this. Like, I knew I was pregnant, but I feel like when I was pregnant, I didn't know I was gonna be a mom. Like, I wasn't really prepared. So when Nathan came, it was just like life changing. But just for me, mentally handling it, I feel like if you just prepare yourself and let yourself know like it's a new journey, and it's gonna be a good journey. Being a mom is wonderful. Being like having a kid is just wonderful and stuff. Just like mentally preparing yourself, and don't bring yourself down, and don't surround yourself with people that are gonna constantly bring you down. Like, how can you get pregnant at such a young age or stuff like that? Just like don't surround yourself with judgmental people, because then that's gonna like emotionally, and you're like, it's gonna like hurt emotionally, and like you're gonna be like, so like with your mental health is gonna be bad and stuff. Just remind yourself that it's a new journey, a happy journey, and surround yourself with happy and supporting people. Labor. Labor. Okay, so my labor was like, it was hard because I was sent to the, my water broke on Tuesday, I had Nathan on Thursday. So my labor was really hard, but like I said, not everybody's the same, and my situation now might be like yours. Just remember to keep calm. I will say this, the best advice I have for labor is just when your contractions are like kicking in, just like remember to like breathe in and breathe out. Like, just relax. Don't breathe out through your mouth. Just breathe in and breathe out from your nose, and it really, really does help. I am gonna say that because I did do that exercise, I guess you can say it, because like I said, I did have support from many people, and the person that would always like tell me like, not everybody's the same. Your situation and this other people's situation is not the same. Told me that exercise, and I did do it, and it did help a lot, because like when my contractions were kicking in like harder, and like they were more like painful, I did do that technique, and it did really, really help. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the only advice I have, because like I don't really know what other advice I could give you guys, because like I said, my labor and your labor is not the same, but from my experience, it's just always remember to breathe and relax, and then just breathe and relax, and it really, really does help. It may not help when your contractions get really, really worse, but it does help for a little bit. Also, and during labor, also remember to be surrounded, like I said, during your whole life, basically, like during this whole journey, since the beginning of your pregnancy to the end, basically to anyone, just make sure you're just surrounded by like happy and loving people, not judgmental people. And especially if you're gonna be like in your labor, you don't want people that are just gonna be judging you or like making it about them. You need a lot of support at that time, because you're going through like this new thing, this new journey, so you need a lot of loving and supporting people. So like don't have like your suegra, like, and she's always judging. Don't have her. Like, I get it, that's gonna be your son's godmother, like, I mean your son's or your daughter's like abuela. Or like, don't, like I said, don't have yourself surrounded with people like that, even if it's your mom or like your baby dad, and if like it's stuff like that, you know. um okay, is it hard taking care of the baby without dad? um Honestly, it's not for me. I don't know. I feel like for me it's not, because ever since I got pregnant he wasn't involved in my pregnancy. um so it's really really not hard for me. Nathan basically know, like, how could I say this? I mean, he knows like dad's not around, but the boyfriend I have, it's like he's like his dad. He's always there for him and stuff like that. He is currently, we're all teaching Nathan how to potty train. So like I said, for me it's not hard. But like before my boyfriend was even around, it wasn't hard, because at the end of the day, if your baby dad doesn't want to be there, that's his fault. He's the one that's missing out. Like, at first, I was really upset because my baby daddy wasn't there, and like we had broken up when I was pregnant, so I was depressed. But it does get better. And like, at the end of the day, you're not missing out, he's missing out, because this is a new journey, a beautiful journey. And yeah, so I think it's not hard. You might feel like it's hard, because sometimes I do feel like, oh my god, my son's growing up without a dad or like a father figure, someone to look up to, because he is a guy and he does need a guy to be there for him. So that's the only hard part, but other than that, he's okay. And I mean, like I said, he does have my boyfriend now as like someone he can look up to and someone he can play with. But I feel like that's the only part that hurts me, because I don't want like me and my boyfriend to eventually break up, and knock on wood, and just for like my son to grow up with a father figure, because like I don't have my dad in my life, I only have my mom. So yeah. um Advice on teens that want to get pregnant. Okay, so my advice is, don't get pregnant, you're too young. Oh my god, my headphones weren't even in this whole time. It's okay though, it's okay. Okay, so advice on teens that want to get pregnant. Okay, my advice has always been, don't get pregnant, you're too young. I am too young and I have a kid, so I know a lot of people think, oh, she has a baby, she might give me advice or stuff like that, and she like might support me. No, I do not support you. Like, that sounds so bad, but I support you, but don't support you. Like, you're too young. You still need to go out, have fun, live, love, stuff like that. Don't get pregnant just because you're having baby fever, because like I said before, your life and my life, it's not the same. We don't know if you're gonna have the same support as I am. We don't know if the baby dad's gonna leave like me. Well, we got separated, but whatever. You don't know if your parents are gonna kick you out. You don't know if your parents are gonna want you to have an abortion. Like I said, it's not the same. So just don't have a baby at this time. You're too young. And yeah, that's my advice. But if you do want to just get pregnant, like I said, just if you are gonna get pregnant, and I'm just gonna say, like, this is a new journey, and just love it to the fullest. Okay, baby daddy wants to keep the baby to himself. I've never experienced this, because my baby daddy and I do live like hours away, like 2 days on the road away from each other, like 48 hours, like, or plus. So yeah, I wouldn't know how that feels like, but at the end of the day, he cannot take the baby and just keep him by himself. There is like you can go to court and you guys can work this out. You guys can be co-parenting. But for me, if that were to happen, if my baby daddy would just want to take Nathan away from me, it would be so heartbreaking. Because I mean, it's been 2 years, and Nathan has only had me and my mom and my family, so I wouldn't know how to deal with it myself. I wouldn't let him do it. I just take Nathan away from me, because that's my son and that's my baby. So if you're going through that, I'm very, very sorry. And I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And I never experienced this, but I am truly, truly sorry. And also, like I said, there is court there. You can go to a judge and you guys can find a way to settle this, because I don't really have advice for this. I would just say, like, it would be heartbreaking for me if one day my baby daddy just wants to take Nathan away from me. Okay, how was my pregnancy? My pregnancy was good. I did throw up a lot. That's it. And if you throw up a lot, I just want you to, like, if you feel like you're gonna throw up while you're eating, this is my advice. Always drink water. Like, okay, I have a water bottle. This is my water bottle. If you feel like you're throwing up and you just slowly drink your water. Slowly. And take time, breathe, walk it out, like walk back and forth, because eventually if you keep eating you will throw up. I found that out like when I was almost due. So yeah, I kind of did throw up through my whole pregnancy, because like whenever I was like 2 to 3 months pregnant and I would go to school and I would brush my teeth every single day in the morning, and you know, like you're supposed to brush your tongue, I would throw up, so I would brush my teeth downstairs because of that. So yeah, my pregnancy was good. I loved it. Didn't really have like nothing bad. My pregnancy was really good. I was healthy. My baby was healthy. So yeah, like I'm saying, like I just, that's how my pregnancy is. But this is not really advice. But yeah, um, judgmental people. Um, like I said, don't surround yourself with judgmental people. But there, every time I would go out, because I was 13 years old and 14 while I was pregnant, there was a lot of judgmental people. That was in 2015 and 2016. That was when teenage like pregnancy was like so random, especially at such a young age. It was really bad, and like a lot of people were so judgmental. Now, like I think I've said this before, but now everybody's okay with like teen pregnancy, because it's like I feel like the rate has gotten up, the percentage has gotten up, so people are like, oh, this is more of a normal thing. But back then it wasn't. So like I would go out to eat and they would judge me. Like there was like a lot of people would always stare at me and would always like talk behind my back. A lot of people made rumors that I got raped. So yeah, like how to deal with them, it was like, for me, if I wouldn't hear them, I wouldn't say nothing. But if I would be like, snap back, I'm sorry, but that's just who I am, especially when my hormones are all crazy. I am pregnant, I'm gonna snap back. So yeah, but yeah, like, there, just know at the end of the day that there's gonna be judgmental people, no matter what, no matter your situation. Like, it doesn't even have to be about pregnancy, it can be about anything else. And there's always gonna be judgmental people. There's always people that's gonna judge you. And no matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, people are always gonna judge you. At the end, like, this world is full with judgmental people, and they're never gonna stop judging you. Just like, so, like, honestly, for like my advice for people that judge you, just like, I would say ignore it, but I know it's really, really hard to ignore it. And I feel like now, as I've gotten older and I'm not pregnant no more, it's easier for me to ignore it. But back then I was pregnant and I was barely 14 and my hormones were crazy, so I would snap back. But honestly, that's literally the end of all the advice you guys asked me to talk about. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys want more like serious talking videos, like sitting down serious videos, comment down below and we can talk about many other things. I do want to make a video about how like my body changed, like how my body was before and my body how it changed after labor. And if you guys are so down for that, then let me know. Also, I would also want to do talking about birth control. I am on birth control and how it changed my body and how it changed like me or whatever. So if you guys are down with that, I am so down to film it because, like I said, I do want to make. So much for my service video. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want more videos like this, I am so down because I do want I do want my YouTube channel to be something fun. I don't want my YouTube channel to be something boring. Like, I do make my vlogs fun. I am a really funny, hyped person. I do have a great personality, and a lot of people be like, "Oh, you're so immature. You act so immature. You're a mom. You shouldn't be like that." Like, girl, not because I'm a mom, I have to act like una vieja bien amargada. Like, no. So yeah, like, I just want to make my YouTube channel a diverse channel, I guess. Like, I want to have a little bit of everything. So if you guys are so down for more serious videos, just comment down below. I love you guys. Have a great night, morning, whenever you guys are watching this